Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Eurydice. Eurydice is a classical Greek name from mythology, rendered as epsilon upsilon rho upsilon delta iota kappa eta in Greek. From an etymological perspective, the name is derived from the elements eurys meaning wide and dike meaning justice. More crucial to the spirit of the name is Eurydice's memorable place within Greek mythology. She was the wife of the god Orpheus, who was the son of Apollo and the grandson of Zeus. Orpheus was so musically gifted and skillful with the lyre that when he sang his songs and played his instrument, all the creatures of the world stopped to listen. It came to pass that his beautiful wife, Eurydice, was bitten by a venomous snake and died. Orpheus missed her terribly and descended to the underworld in an effort to be near her. He played his lyre so beautifully he charmed all those present, including Hades, the god of the underworld, who was said to cry iron tears. Moved to tears and in an unusual moment of generosity, Hades told Orpheus he may return to earth with Eurydice. But as is often the case in ancient Greek mythology, there was one condition: Orpheus could lead his wife out of the underworld on the stipulation that he not look back at her until they reached the upper world. When the devoted husband reached the top, forgetting that his wife was still trailing behind him and not quite out herself, he glanced back only to see the lovely Eurydice vanish forever. And so goes the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, which has inspired the artistic works of painters, storytellers, and composers ever since. A tragic yet beautiful love story. Personality of the girl named Eurydice. The number 9 personality represents the completion or ending of the cycle, and a need for perfection. This is the personality that moves from self to a greater understanding and compassion for the human condition and the world order. They want to make the world a better place. 9s are capable of great spiritual and humanitarian achievements. They are courageous and fearless, able to fight great battles on behalf of worthy causes. These personalities will not tolerate injustice. They are compassionate people with a strong sensitivity to others. They are able to both educate and inspire. Friendships and relationships are the lifeblood to the 9, and they place a high value on love and affection. 9s are often exceptionally gifted artistically, and they have a keen imagination and enterprising mind. Popularity of the girl named Eurydice. Not surprisingly, Eurydice has never achieved enough popularity in America to have reached the naming charts. We are certain there are some brave and adventurous parents who have embraced the name, but so sparsely few that Eurydice remains off the radar for most people. Still, the mythological stories of such beauties as Eurydice, Daphne, or Penelope supply these names with ample charisma and charm. We have met a Eurydice before, and in her younger years went by Rika, before confidently embracing her full and beautiful moniker as a young woman. Someone also suggested that Yuri is a possible nickname. In any case, we know that only the courageous would choose a name like Eurydice for their daughters, and those with an appreciation for the artistic beauty of mythology. It's a classy, intellectual choice associated with a breathtaking love story. That's a gift and a name that keeps on giving. Quick facts on Eurydice. Gender, girl. Origin, Greek. Number of syllables, 4. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Eurydice. Simple meaning, wide justice. Characteristics of Eurydice. Independent, philanthropy, perfection, intuitive, oneness, idealistic, multi-talented. Cultural references to the baby name Eurydice. Literary characters of the baby name Eurydice. In Greek mythology, Eurydice is a nymph, one of the daughters of Apollo, and the wife of Orpheus. Eurydice and Orpheus are two beautiful young creatures, very much in love and very happy together, singing and dancing in delightful enjoyment of their lives. One day, however, Eurydice is chased by a satyr, and in her flight she steps on a poisonous snake, dying immediately and being carried off to the underworld. Orpheus, in his sorrow, played his lyre and sang his mournful dirges, so moving all the gods that they encouraged him to travel to the underworld and seek the return of Eurydice. Doing so, Orpheus' sweet music also touches the hearts of the gods of the underworld, who agree to let Eurydice return to earth with him. There's just one condition: Orpheus must proceed in trust. He must walk in front of Eurydice and not look back at her until they have both reached the light of earth. Now, we ask you, does that sound so hard? Apparently it was. Right as he reaches the light, Orpheus turns to look at Eurydice, and poof, she is transported right back to the heart of the underworld. Naturally, Orpheus is distraught, as well he might be, but think of how Eurydice must feel. The poet Hilda Doolittle did just that in 1916, and the voice she gives to Eurydice pretty much nails it. So you have swept me back, so for your arrogance, I have lost the earth. Mythology tells us that Orpheus was reunited with Eurydice upon his own death. We can only imagine what choice words she had for him at first greeting. Popular songs on Eurydice. Eurydice, instrumental jazz tune by Weather Report, Orpha copyright EET Eurydice, opera song performed by Maria Callas.